Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. So guys, you might have noticed that lately that sort of $400 price point area of the guitar market has gotten really competitive. It seems like every week I am checking out a new guitar that's right around there, like $350 to $450, in that range, and it's a new guitar with really cool features. So that's what's going on with this video. Check out this guitar here. This is another one of these, right around $400 guitars with a lot of the really cool new features. And obviously, I've checked out a lot of the semi-hollow body guitars in the past. They're always really popular. This one, I think, is, not going to be an exception to that. Now, check out the name here. This is another guitar from Latitude. Last month, I checked out a, pretty traditional Les Paul style guitar from Latitude. That was the first one I checked out. And that one seemed really cool. It had like roasted mahogany woods. It had the really nice rounded ball in frets. And this one here, this guitar here, is basically, they're calling this the Latitude 335. So this is basically the semi-hollow version of that Les Paul style guitar that I checked out last month. It's got a lot of the same features. Let's go through this really quick. So the center block inside the guitar, right, because it's semi-hollow body, but it's got a solid block running through the body. The center block and the neck, it's both roasted mahogany. Now we've got the rounded ball in frets, 22 fretboard. It's a rosewood fretboard. And again, these frets, these are these nice rounded ball and frets that you're seeing on a lot of these modern affordable guitars. They're also stainless steel frets. So it's the stainless steel rounded ball in frets. You also have a 43 millimeter bone nut up here, and something about the bridge, which is really cool, which I think I might have actually missed in the previous Latitude video, because that Les Paul style guitar also had this bridge. It has a roller bridge here. I'll give you a nice close-up of that. Now the roller bridges are really cool, and I kind of wish more guitars had them, especially affordable guitars. On a regular hardtail style bridge, there's just a metal peak there, and the string goes over that peak, and that basically, it sets the intonation point for where the string kind of crests the mountain or crests the peak there. With a roller bridge, the string goes through this slot here, and this piece of metal here can actually twist, it can actually roll, hence the name roller bridge. That stops the string from dragging over that peak that would normally be there. So it's better for tuning stability. It also makes it easier to set the intonation on the guitar. Now, like roller bridges, there are also roller nuts, which kind of does the same thing. It keeps the string from dragging through the nut slots. But roller nuts it's almost always something that you have to add on as like an aftermarket modification. Now, of course, there's one other cool feature of this guitar, and it's something that I just can't get enough of with these Latitude guitars, and that is that they come in a beautiful silk bag. It kind of reminds me of the Crown Royal bags, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I love getting these guitars because I get another bag each time. Honestly, I'd like to see somebody use one of these like almost as a gig bag, because you can carry the guitar in the bag, and then you could do the thing with like the stick over your shoulder, like you're walking down the dirt road, kind of, Johnny Appleseed with the Latitude guitar. Anyway, let's go ahead and carefully fold that up there. Now we'll go ahead and plug in this guitar, and then there's a few other things I want to mention about it. And to be totally honest, I'm kind of expecting this guitar to play similar to the Les Paul style guitar that I reviewed last month from Latitude. I believe these are the same pickups, and then of course it's got the same controls. Not the exact same control layout, but the controls themselves should be the same. Okay guys, but real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new affordable guitars, and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. As usual, I'm going to use my trusty Fender GTX 100. We'll go through a few different sound samples in there, or patches and so forth. And in particular, I'm going to try and give you guys some nice sort of medium gain tones. So if you want to use this guitar for, playing blues or some kind of traditional rock I think this will be a great guitar for that. So I'll try and really focus on some of those tones in the demo. All right, let's go ahead and plug it in and listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, so let's talk a little bit about the playability of this guitar right here. So as I expected, as I said before the demo, this guitar plays very similar to the Latitude Les Paul style guitar that I checked out last month. It's got a similar neck shape. This is kind of a shallow C neck shape, like a split between a C and a D. It doesn't have a very sharp shoulder on the back of the neck like a C, but at the same time it's still pretty thin, like a D shape. So it's, I mean, in general, it's a very, very comfortable neck to play. Now it does have a gloss finish on the back of the neck, which is not my favorite. I do prefer a satin finish on the back of the neck. But you know, of course, the whole guitar has gloss on it and everything. But it's, I mean, it's, you know, the finish itself is done very nicely. I don't see any blemishes in it. The binding, it's just a standard single ply binding, but it looks very clean. I don't see any goofs on the binding or anything like that. Now regarding the setup of this guitar, the frets you don't really have to worry about because of the way they're making these, you know, these really beautiful fret ends. The ends don't quite reach the edge of the fretboard also, so you really don't have to worry about you know, the ends of the frets scratching you, anything like that. I mean, you don't have to worry about that at all with this guitar. But regarding the setup, I did actually have to raise the action of this guitar quite a bit. When I got this guitar out of the box, the bridge was very, very low to the point where, you know, the strings are kind of too close to the frets and the fretboard. And I like a nice low action, but this was a bit too low even for me. Now that's easily remedied. I mean, all you have to do is just raise up the bridge slightly and then that issue goes away. But I think you should expect to be making some minor setup adjustments when you get one of these guitars out of the box. Probably the height of the bridge, and then also maybe a small truss rod adjustment, something like that. I didn't have to adjust the truss rod on this guitar, but depending on where you live, sometimes you might have to make those adjustments. So it's just something to be prepared for. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, this area of the guitar market has become so competitive lately. There are a lot of new companies out now. Latitude is one of the newest. And, there are a lot of companies that are going for that, like I said, maybe $350 to $450, right in that range there. And they're putting out some really, really cool, really quality products. The way they're doing these frets now, then these extra things like the roller bridges. I mean, those are really cool features that you couldn't get on affordable guitars just a few years ago. Really, what I should do is I should do a sort of shootout comparison video with a lot of these guitars that are in this, around this price range. With the semi-hollow body guitars like this, I think I've got probably 4 or 5 different brands of guitars like this, like Latitude now, and then Firefly, of course, maybe Eert, maybe even AIO. And just look at those different brands, the semi-hollow body guitars with the different brands, the different prices, and the different features, and just do a big comparison video. I think that'd be pretty cool at this point. Now, really, I haven't talked too much about this brand. This is only the second video I've done where I've covered a Latitude guitar, but like I said, it's a pretty new company. But I got to see some pictures of some upcoming models that the company is working on. And I got to say, I'm pretty excited about these things. I'm not going to say too much about them because I don't know how, committed they are to these designs or something. But I think one of the big criticisms of a lot of the newer companies that are making these affordable guitars is that there's not enough originality or creativity in the designs. But the stuff that I'm seeing coming in the future is really something new, and I think it's going to be really cool. I think people are going to be pretty impressed when they see it, and I'm going to be excited to check out some of those newer models. I haven't been able to check them out yet. I have not gotten to play them at all. I've only just seen some pictures of some stuff some prototypes, that they're working on. But it looks really cool because it's different. It's something new, and that's good. Okay, guys, but let me know what you thought of this guitar down in the comments section below. I hope my blues playing was acceptable to you guys out there. I'm really an 80s shredder guy, so I do my best with that stuff. As usual, guys, I'm going to have links for everything I was talking about in the video down in the video description below. I'll have a link for the guitar. I will have a link for my previous Latitude video, and also a link for the Fender amplifier I was using for the demo, my latest instructional video, social media links, all that stuff. Check it out down in the video description below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.